Right, so I don't know how many of you guys saw, but you may, if you follow me on Twitter, you may have saw me tweeting about the Twitch changes. And I was saying how 3 years ago they I don't know if I can find the exact tweet on this, but they put out a tweet where they were doing mid-roll ads, and there was like an increase in ads, and they put out a tweet being like, "Oh, this is just a test feature that we're doing." So in response, this is when I made this ad. We'll find out the conclusion of this after this quick commercial break. This was 3 years ago.
Don't go anywhere, and we'll be right. I'm Zanrise. Twitch.tv has given me this time to talk to you about something we both really care about. Money.
So, I made that in response to them doing like an increase in ads 3 years ago. This probably came out a little bit after they talked about testing ads. This tweet was September 19th, 2020. That's saying that Twitch were forcing us to run ads. So I think they probably would have tweeted about testing those ads a bit before this, because I probably got the idea from that, and I probably took months to actually put together this dumb little ad. This dumb idea I had. I probably did take a while. So it was around this time they were talking about testing ads. And then, you know, it went from just testing them to, oh, this is a full-fledged feature on Twitch now, which is not really too much of a shock. Again, I don't know if Twitch, I don't know, I feel like they've got to operate at a loss, surely, because they're trying really desperately to make as much money as possible from places. They really seem to want, like, they've been pushing a lot of ads, which honestly, it makes sense that they would have, they kind of need the ad revenue to, like, sustain a platform like Twitch. So I'm kind of okay with a certain amount of ads on the site. Obviously, it gets in the way of the viewer experience, though, so they've done a few things to make it a little better, and they've integrated it in different ways. So now, like, an ad will pop up below, or you'll still see the stream, but it'll be, like, in a corner. There's definitely probably better ways to go about it, because ads on, like, something like YouTube and in a live stream, on a live service like Twitch, is going to have a different effect on the way it plays out during content, because even with me being able to schedule it so it only happens every hour, there's a chance that those 3 minutes on the hour mark, something crazy's going down on stream, and I have no way of stopping those ads so people can see what's going on unless they're, you know, sub to the channel. Another thing they have done recently is, hold on, if we go to Twitch right now, let's go to my channel. Okay, hold on, just gotta mute this so we don't hear me talking. Oh, actually, we can't see it because I'm not signed in. But you guys will notice, if you are signed in, there's a big button up here now, which says, like, remove ads or something. And that's them now advertising the Twitch Turbo service, which has always been around. But yeah, they're now actually advertising Twitch Turbo. And Twitch Turbo is basically, you get no ads on whatever channel that you are on. But the issue is, you have to pay a lot. I think it's like, is it like 12 quid for it right now? They upped the price by quite a bit. Before this, I think Twitch Prime, there was a point in time where Twitch Prime would give you a free sub and you'd get ad-free viewing. They eventually took the ad-free viewing away from Twitch Prime, and they just didn't talk about Twitch Turbo. They didn't want anyone really knowing about Twitch Turbo. It was always there, but just never advertised, and now they're actually pushing it, because it seems like they're trying to get money from wherever they can. And now that the advertising is a bit of a problem on the site, that it gets in the way of the like user experience, they're kind of offering this as a solution. So that's interesting to see. And then we also have had the recent changes, which can I see what they said on here? I think they just straight up deleted the tweet. I got an email about it as well, but I don't want to pull up my emails. But they did put this out saying, today's branded content policy update was overly broad, and this created confusion. So the update, for those of you that don't know, was basically along the lines of, it was essentially limiting what kinds of sponsors that you could get on Twitch. Like, you couldn't do banned-in video ads. Logos had to be a very small portion of the screen. Let me see if I can find this. Twitch policy change. There's gotta be an article on this, right? There it is. So, branded panels on your channel page are allowed, showcasing products in the stream background, including links, discussing, endorsing, or unboxing products. But then what's not permitted is logos have to be 3% of the screen size, which is, it's not too big of a deal. But then they have stuff like banned-in video ads can't be inserted directly into the streams, and that's essentially me, you know, if I was to just play an ad on.
I'm Zanrise. Twitch.tv has given me this time to talk to you about something we both really care about. Money.
Can't do that anymore. That's illegal. I'd get banned for that. Not allowed to do that. Nobody tell Twitch, okay? Now, of course, you can probably do it for your own products, but it's for like third-party products. You can't do that kind of thing. You can't do... I don't think you can do audio ads like that either. I can't just have an audio, I don't know, like a Raid Shadow Legends guy start talking and be like, Raid Shadow Legends. I can't have anything like that. OTK is still doing it anyway for their lines of PCs. I think it's okay if it's your own, like, brand. If it's something you're selling, or, like, your own company as a streamer, I think that's fine. It's more so when it was, like... I think it would have been more so when it's, like, a third party. I think that's what they were trying to say here. Now, again, just for reference, Twitch very quickly rolled this back, but I think it's important to go over this. So you can't do banned in display ads, so you can't do a banner. You can't have a banner ad on your stream, so I couldn't just have a banner. So they did roll this back, but also there was a policy. I don't know if they'll mention this here. Multi-streaming. There was basically a policy where, I don't think they called it multi-streaming, they called it something else, where you can't stream to any other platform other than mobile first live streaming platforms, so stuff like TikTok and Instagram. They were the only places, and that, it doesn't matter if you're a partner, affiliate, or just a normal user, which the audacity of them to think they could even control that large group of streamers. There's no way they're going to be able to ban a random X streamer from multi-streaming to other platforms. So this is people even without a contract, like just as part of the guidelines, and this part I don't think they rolled back. There's not been any word on this so far. We talked about this before, it's so stupid. This is one's actually new, because it's not just partners and affiliates anymore. Partners and affiliates are part of the contract, but now it's like in the guidelines, so even just normal Twitch users, if you make an account on Twitch and you stream on Twitch, if you're streaming on Twitch and somewhere else at the same time, banned. That's essentially what it said. Now, I don't know if they have this in here. Stream multiple platforms. Hold on. Platforms. Yeah, OTK put out a big statement being like, hey, we will leave Twitch if this goes through. Okay, but yeah, no, it doesn't really seem to say here. But they mentioned, yeah, anyone on the platform, if you're multi-streaming, you get banned. Which is kind of crazy. Like, I can't... Are they actually that scared of other platforms? Like I guess they have some real competition. They have, like, Kick and Rumble. YouTube is always kind of competition, but YouTube are not really trying to compete that much. Like, they've yoinked a streamer or two, but they're not actively trying to compete. Not like Kick is. Kick is actively competing with them. And I think now Ninja, because of this like multi-streaming policy, Ninja, because he wants to stream on like all platforms, Ninja, Kick, he straight up just moved over to Kick. He doesn't stream on Twitch anymore. Yeah, so he's begun streaming on Kick. I don't know if he'll keep that up. So Ninja straight up went to Kick. Didn't even need a deal. Although I think Kick might give him money. I don't know, we'll see. Kick have a lot of money to throw around because it all comes from the Gamba. Well, he lost his sub button on Twitch. He was streaming for free. Yeah, he got rid of his sub button because he wanted to stream on every platform. So he like dropped his partner contract. So he was streaming on like Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. I think he was on like every platform, basically just trying to have the widest net possible for his brand, which is smart. I think the worry is it could dilute your brand a little bit, but Ninja just doesn't care, so he just took the risk to do it. And it's probably smart to do so. Yeah, I think they are I think they might be scared of platforms like Kick and probably Kick more so. Like Rumble is like around, I guess. To be fair, Rumble did a deal with Kai and Speed, which, I mean, Kai was the biggest streamer on Twitch like a month ago. Was it a month ago? A couple months ago? He had his big subathon. It was probably a lot longer ago than that, actually. I don't know time. I don't know what time is anymore. But yeah, he was the biggest streamer on the platform. I don't know if... I think he might still stream on Twitch. I don't know. But he did a deal with Rumble, so he's doing a show on Rumble with Speed. Which, I don't know, kind of for me, it makes sense that the WL community are going to try and probably move away from Twitch. I don't think they feel very welcome on Twitch in general. And I think, honestly, Kick seemed like a natural transition for them, but Rumble apparently are paying out. Oh, I haven't even talked about the sponsor stuff yet, have I? I haven't really talked about why they've been making this change. So, I think I tweeted out. So, I said how it was no shock. Because basically what they're trying to do here is they're trying to be the middleman in sponsors. They want a piece of the pie. And they've kind of done this in the past with other parts of Twitch, like bits. Bits were them just trying to take a piece out of donations. They saw people getting donations and they were like, you know what? We want to take 30% of those donations. And then they made bits. And I think bits caught on because, you know, you got badges and flashy little icons in the chat. So I think especially new streamers didn't really care about bits too much. They're like, oh, cool. But I don't know if many people think about how bits are just them taking money from donations. So there's that going on. They're basically trying to limit how much people can get from sponsors. And small streamers are very reliant on sponsors. Small streamers especially. This isn't gonna be too big of a deal for big streamers or events. I've seen people mention how this, like the changes to how they do sponsorships would affect, like the ban in video ads for events and stuff. I believe they said somewhere in here that you could get around it if you had to get like written permission from Twitch or something. So for stuff like events, I could see them honestly being fine. But for small streamers, which they might have to run banned in ads, because obviously if you're a smaller streamer, they're gonna push you to do a lot more for a lot less money as well. They're not direct. Well, they are directly kind of limiting money because, yeah, like some of these, like display ads, banners, not having banners, video ads, or audio ads. Like you have like the audio and video notification. I guess you have banded notifications that pop up or alerts, which it would stop a lot of those sponsorships. Again, in their response, they were like, we didn't intend to limit the streamer's ability to enter into direct relationships with sponsors. They 100%, I mean, they have their bounty system. They're probably working on other stuff behind the scenes to like handle sponsors as well. They definitely want a piece of that pie. That's what that is. They're trying to be the middleman. Oh yeah, hold on. This is what I saw here. So yeah, they put yesterday we released new branded content guidelines that impacted your ability to work with sponsors to increase your income from streaming. These guidelines are bad for you and bad for Twitch, and we are removing them immediately. So this is where they rolled it back. So they immediately realized, oh yeah, we're getting a lot of backlash here. Sponsorships are critical to streamers' growth and ability to earn income. We will not prevent your ability to enter into direct relationships with sponsors. You will continue to own and control your sponsorship business. We want to work with our community and create the best experience possible, blah, 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 blah. They made some excuses. I saw a lot of like Twitch ambassadors and stuff who had like spoken with Twitch and they were getting the same canned response. That was basically like, oh, we were trying to stop these third parties for advertising on the site, and or like conflicts and stuff like that. And you know, TLDR, we're sorry we got caught. We will try to be more subtle in the future, because that's what they're gonna do. They are gonna try and push forward with this more, but they'll be trying and be more subtle about it. It should just be another wake-up call for Twitch streamers. I think there's a lot of small streamers that always seem to get like upset when they're like, oh, Twitch don't care about us, and the truth is they don't. They really don't care about small streamers. That's honestly how it's going to be on most platforms. I think Kick probably gives off the impression that they do, and maybe right now they're like pushing for it. I can't see them always doing that though. But yeah, it's like it's a case of they don't really care about small streamers. The only reason they probably push back on this is because you had so much pushback from pretty much all streamers. Like OTK coming out and putting out that big message was pretty good. Although this wouldn't affect OTK in any way. Like, again, even though they run like their event thing, I don't think it would have affected them. I think they could have straight up got permission. And all of the streamers in OTK, let's be honest, they'd be fine if they didn't have to, even without maybe some of them without sponsorships, I don't know, but I feel like they'd probably be fine. But yeah, it's another wake-up call. It's another like, hey, now it's probably the time to like diversify your content. So look at other platforms, look at maybe just being a content creator, not just a streamer. I think I said that to someone recently. I think that's probably the best way to look at it, because Twitch does not have your best interest in mind. I've been saying this for years. Again, I tweeted this out like 3 years ago about Twitch just not really like forcing ads. And I think repeatedly on the podcast that we used to do like 3 years ago, I'd say Pepple's like bad as like a meme. So it doesn't surprise me that this is where we're at, and I think they're gonna continue to like try and take a cut if they can in some way. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, you know? It's unfortunate. It looks very desperate on their end. My worry is like what does Amazon need from them? Because they're under the thumb of Amazon right now. I don't know what their budget is, but if they're not making or not meeting expectations in a certain way, they could just straight up like get rid of Twitch. And I wonder if they're in a situation like that. I feel like Twitch has an issue where they've just been stagnant for years. I've been saying this. Like, when have we had any good updates from Twitch? Like, what has Twitch made in the past few years? They've been like, oh, here's guest star, guys. You want to pull in a chatter? I know you guys do that on Discord anyway, but hey, we now have this guest star thing. And then they're like, oh, we've got these. Hold on, I can't show them because I'm not logged in. But they've got like, hey, here's alerts, guys. We have Twitch built-in alerts. How crazy is that? They keep like adding features that third parties already have and do better. And they've not really done anything new or good for the site in any way. It feels really weird because I know there's good people working at Twitch, but at the same time, it feels like there's so much, I don't know, red tape, bureaucracy around it that no one ever seems to get done at Twitch. I genuinely don't think they're like putting out anything of value, which is definitely a problem. I don't know how long Twitch Prime's got left. I feel like Twitch Prime's gonna go at some point. I feel like it's 100% getting cut. That, or they cut a bunch of staff from Twitch. It's gonna be a situation like that where I'm gonna see a lot of, maybe both, okay? Because they want to be in the green, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it's dark times for Twitch, everyone.